Hi, my name is Eva. I live on a remote intentional community in rural New South Wales. The community is located halfway between Sydney and Brisbane. We live off the grid with no connection to outside electricity and water. My only electricity and heating comes from the sun or from a fire I make myself. I am currently undertaking a graduate certificate of communication as an external student. I access my study material online. I don't study from my house as it has limited and expensive internet connection. Instead, I usually study at the community meeting space. It's about a 10-minute walk away. I'll show you where it is now. We'll run. Living in a regional part of Australia in a remote setting means accessing my chosen university degree to study on campus is physically not possible. Accessing my course online has made it possible for me to follow my chosen study path and maintain my unique lifestyle choice. Broadly speaking, the internet has created opportunities for collaboration, idea sharing, and access to information without actually having to be physically present. This has given students the opportunity to study remote with the possibility of never actually seeing their university building or lecturer in real life. Parks et al. In their 2015 report show that 80% of students at the University of New England in New South Wales are indeed off-campus students. While this study only shows the statistics of one university, it does indicate the current popularity of off-campus study. This popularity means that university degrees need to be motivational and engaging. The introduction of digital media and social media in courses is extremely effective in fostering such an environment for students. As found by Stanway and Scott in their 2015 report, the introduction of social media to university degrees in general has seen many positive results, including the utilisation of students to create and contribute to course content, enabling real-world applicable examples, and increased engagement and satisfaction with the subject. Here we are approaching the community meeting hall. This is where I usually do my study. In 2002, McDonald and Twining published a paper explaining the importance of digital media and networked environments for student engagement. For remote students, the integration of engaging digital media and the ease of networking can be extremely beneficial to combat one of the biggest difficulties faced by remote learning, which are feelings of isolation and disengagement, as found by Rao et al. In 2011. McDonald and Twining found that engaging students via digital media encouraged a more relaxed learning approach, allowed for critical reflection, and was overall more enjoyable and successful than a traditional, and I'm now quoting, packaged approach to study. Such studies found that being connected digitally via social media increases participation and a feeling of community and exclusivity. A study by Heini in 2016 found that being part of a social media group increases motivation, encourages goal setting, and results in participants feeling more supported. Although Heini's study was in the health field, we can assume that this is also applicable to other online situations where working towards a goal over a set period of time occurs. Another interesting study by Marmot et al. In 2016 revealed that students who communicate with teachers on social media see them as more credible and accessible. The conclusion drawn from this study is that the use of social media in student environments increases the opportunity and success for out-of-class learning. So with these findings about social media increasing student engagement, we can assume that it is helpful to overcome barriers faced by external students of isolation and disengagement. I have certainly found the use of social media to be extremely beneficial to my studies. Connecting with students and teachers via platforms such as Twitter, as pictured here, and SoundCloud, as pictured here, turns an otherwise quite mundane and impersonal way of completing a degree into a fluid, interesting, and highly engaging activity. However, Australia as a country ranges from large cities like Sydney, where according to ID 2011, 66% of households have broadband, to extreme rural and remote locations with no connectivity at all. And thus the internet access is extremely varied across the country. From high-speed, cheap broadband connection in city suburbs to areas where, according to Parks et al., students report driving 50 kilometres or more to access course content. Parks et al. Study shows that the number one barrier faced by external students to education is access to reliable, affordable internet connection. Considering other cases, my access is not too bad. It takes me a long time to download content at the community space, and at times the internet does not work at all. However, my nearest library is only 30 minutes drive away, although unfortunately it does not employ city opening hours. Parks et al. Said that students often have difficulty downloading large files, streaming clips, and submitting assignments as video or audio files. According to a study carried out by Lam et al. In 2015, school-aged and post-secondary students in rural or remote Australia experience lower access to education services and overall experience lower success rates with studies. So by employing this type of digital media as a compulsory part of the university study, is the technology gap between rural and city locations widening? Social media is instantaneous and conversations and interactions are continuously taking place. A lack of internet connection makes keeping up with student communities extremely difficult and has sometimes led me personally to feelings of frustration and isolation as I've been unable to stay connected. The challenge for university online course creators and lecturers is to make a course engaging, fluid, relevant, and modern without isolating students from rural and regional locations. Technology has allowed for digital media to evolve quickly and extraordinarily, and provides opportunities for engagement, community connectedness, and flexibility. However, we must work towards ensuring that it is readily available and beneficial to all.